We're just gonna play an up and down game. Whoever's closer from the worst possible place. The spot where you hit it and you look down and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's where we're going to.
Okay. I mean, that's not good.
That's bad.
All right, Dr. Nico Darras, thanks for hanging out. You are the master of games.
You need to push yourself.
So this is gonna be a unique episode because we're gonna play one, but I'm sure I'll pick your brain and we're gonna learn like 6 other games along the way. So, what's the game for today?
Today is X marks the spot.
What would we do with a drunken sailor? What would we do with a drunken
So
sailor?
every tour pro, when they're going through their yardage book pre-tournament, there's spots that they know around the greens. I can miss it here, I can miss it there. And then there's typically a big ol' X.
Yeah.
We're going to the X.
Okay.
I think one of the most important things is people are afraid to fail in practice.
Okay.
We want to put ourselves in spots that are just impossible, basically.
Yep.
This is a fun way to spend 10, 15 minutes with your buddy, and we're just gonna play an up and down game. Basically, whoever's closer from the worst possible places.
Okay.
The spot where you hit it in your yardage book and you look down and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's where we're going to.
Okay.
We're literally gonna look around. We have a really good chipping facility here. We're gonna find some spots that are just nightmare fuel, and we're gonna try to see who can get them closer.
All right, let's go
Let's
find a
do it.
spot. Okay, so this is like a tour pro game. Like you have guys doing this game.
Yes.
Okay.
So they're gonna put themselves typically, whether behind a bunker, short-sided, in a bunker, down slope, things like that.
Okay.
We're obviously AMs, so we hit it in some weird spots.
Yep.
We're just gonna do it to where we're gonna throw balls,
Okay.
and we're just gonna put them down as well. We don't place in this game, and we're gonna go to the short-sided front
Oh.
pin.
Heck yeah. What
The
could go
worst
wrong there?
case scenario.
'Kay.
So I think this is really, really, really important for people to understand. We're probably not gonna hit these that close.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay.
The point of this game is getting familiar with bad spots and not panicking. Because
Okay.
I know when I hit a spot in a tournament where I'm like, how did it end up under the tree? I can never get this up and down.
Yep.
That's the reality of golf. We need to find ways to work on it when we're practicing. So here, I'll go first.
Okay. All right.
I'll guinea pig it. This is absolute nightmare fuel. Break a little left. All right, we're putting.
Dang, dude.
It
Holy cow.
It was
I
not
came out
ideal.
really well.
it was not ideal, but it worked. Basically, the whole point of this game is, yeah, it probably wasn't ideal, but
Yeah.
it kind of worked. Anytime you don't make double in this game is just the best outcome.
Yep. 100%.
Let's see what you got.
Let's see if we can get it closer. Spin?
Spin.
Hit it?
Hit it. Nice. Let's
Do
go.
we get that? Hit the pin.
Let's go.
We're not going to comment that was about 10 feet past.
It didn't matter. You
20.
hit the pin. You're
We
right
hit the
there. That's awesome.
Oh man. Okay, so like right off the bat, we've got creativity, problem solving, like we're setting expectations, we're practicing. There's like so much happening in this game. And it's also something probably your tour pros never practice.
Of course. I mean, nobody wants to practice hitting it in spots that you don't want to practice.
Yeah.
I mean, you see most guys do chipping work, and it's like front of the green to this pin, and it's really easy, and this.
Yeah.
And then again, for AMs, we go to tournaments, we play the State Open,
Yeah.
and you freak out.
Yeah.
So you won, so now you pick the next spot.
Okay,
Really
next
simple.
spot.
You pick the next spot, the next pin.
Let's do a bit of pine straw action.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's not good.
That's bad.
All right, and then we'll just go right down here. We got
That's-
all down slope.
Just all bad news right there.
Gosh, we could try to do it. I'm gonna go with the bunker shot again versus the chop shot here. See if we can land it softly. All right. Whew,
Folks,
that came out good.
I don't think I have that one in the bag. Give me some love. That was unbelievable.
Thanks, dude. You got it. It's just a bunker shot.
You know, I was really hoping there's a strokes gain strategy of strokes gain drops.
Okay.
I just lost strokes right there. that was negative strokes
Okay.
gain drop.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go with
Strokes
same
gain
theory.
strategy.
Try to get a little spin on it. Nope, didn't bite. 2-0. Beat me at my
2-0.
own game. Love it.
Oh. Okay, what else you got? Most popular games on tour right now with pros on the chipping green. What are the top games?
We're playing 21 most every day.
Okay.
So 21's one of my favorite games. 2 balls, really, really, really simple.
Okay.
And all we do is we flip a tee, coin, whatever it is, who goes first. And then whatever ball is chipped closest is the 2 point,
Yep.
and then the 1 point, and you just play to 21.
Got
So
it.
it's literally the easiest game to play, and it's always match play. So like, for example, if we were playing right here, this is the 2,
Yep.
you know, that would be the 1, simple
Okay.
like that.
Are they always playing with somebody, or is it mainly people practicing by themselves? Like what's on tour? What do people do?
It depends. On live, guys are playing with their teams.
Okay.
So they're playing tons of 21,
Okay.
you know, with their teammates. They're playing against each other. On tour, it depends. It's a lot more individual.
Okay.
And then practice just depends on who you're with, what kind of guy you are, and where you practice. So if
Got
you're in Jupe, tons of tour guys to play with. Some of the guys live in Atlanta. Some of the guys live where they don't necessarily have other people to play with. Then they're on their own.
Got it. All right, next one. I've got 2 up. This is good news. Gosh,
Getting crushed.
this is good news. 2 up. I don't know when we're ending, but we got him on the rocks right now.
Seriously.
How crazy do you want to get here?
Let's get
Do it-
spicy. Yeah,
okay.
man, get as spicy as you
Well,
want.
I might. Let's just place it so we can get weird.
Okay.
And then just go to the short one.
Yeah.
So you got to figure this out. Okay. This is problem solving here. Do you go like this or do you go like this? No, we're just gonna go like this. Actually, this isn't bad. Ooh. Okay, door
Spin.
ajar.
All right, doors open.
Door's ajar.
We're right next to you.
Do you like when guys practice with, like, in a group, or do you like it when people are solo?
It's
As a coach?
We're having fun.
Yeah.
We're laughing, we're practicing together, always better.
Okay.
You're always going to be pushed more, and you're always going to see what's possible when someone else is doing it. Think about when you're running a race,
Yeah.
way harder to run by yourself than it is to have somebody pacing with you. If I have somebody who can practice with a friend, you're gonna stay there longer, and you're gonna get better work in than you are. You have to be hyper-focused by yourself, but when you and I are together, it's like,
Yeah.
dude, he's staying, man, like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let him outwork me, or I'm not gonna let him beat me,
Yeah.
you know, whatever it might be. So it's one of those things where I would always prefer if guys had, but
Yeah.
that's assuming that your buddy's also equally as motivated,
Sure.
assuming that your buddy is, you know, also playing on tour or whatever, similar place in their career, similar place in life,
Oh, that's
etc.
Really good. That wasn't even hard. I don't know why I put the ball there. That wasn't even a hard shot. Nice. Good win. Good win.
So as you move around, you described it best. We're picking shots, we're picking strategies, and we're competing. Like in terms of a game, you really can't get much more out of that
Yeah.
in what you're looking for than this. I mean, like we talked about before, practice sucks for good players because it's boring.
Yeah.
You sit there and you hit the same chip over and over and over again, and you wonder why it's not fun.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
You know, the classic thing is you could probably do that chip, but
Yeah.
when you put yourself in nasty situations, when you make the games challenging, when you make them, you know, all of a sudden you have to focus.
Yeah.
And the other thing is we always play for something. So for my tour guys, they're always playing for something, and not necessarily money. The best one that my guys play for is exercises, because like, look, if you and I lose $100 to each other,
Yeah.
it sucks.
Yeah.
But if I have to watch you do 20 burpees, I am cackling
Yeah,
watching you just, you know, getting down, doing push-ups. So a lot of our guys will play for exercises because it's just embarrassing. You're watching a grown man do burpees is so much more satisfying than $20.
Got it.
And you're not going to press either.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we got to have stakes then. That's another
Stakes.
key important part of practice.
Always.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, where are we going? You find a weird one for
Let's
us
find
here.
a weird one. We're going to go up to down.
You'll notice how I didn't mention that we're going to add stakes to this game, though. That was strategic. I don't want to do burpees, so I'm not going to mention that.
All right, so it doesn't look that nasty when
Okay.
you're on, you know, you're sitting at home, but this is all uphill, all downhill, downwind running away.
Yeah.
This is the kind of spot that a tour pro would circle X. And they would say, okay, I can miss it long left, I can miss it short right, I can't miss it long over this pin because you're realistically not getting this one up and down that often. Here's an interesting thing in talking about shot making.
Yeah.
Bringing what you have to the course that day.
Okay.
Not every day you feel great. Not every day you have, you know, focus or tired.
Yep.
I got a tattoo,
Yeah.
so I probably don't have the full flop shot right now.
Yeah.
I got to work with what I got. I'm going to play a little bump and run.
Okay.
But
I
for
like that.
people at home, they're like, I only want to play when I feel good.
Yeah.
99% of the time,
Right.
you know,
You
it's
don't
just
feel
not
good.
the reality. I'm going to play a little bump and run, see if I can get one close.
Oh, that's really good. Really good.
So not terrible, right? That's probably that 10, 12 foot range.
It's
that I'm
a tough
stoked
shot,
about.
right? Like it's
I'm
not.
stoked about that.
Okay, that'll do.
Knock it in. One of the mentality things in chipping is we're always trying to hole chips as well. We're always trying to make them.
Ah, man, tough. It's a tough shot.
Tough shot. That would totally be a place that you would mark in your yardage book beforehand. Hey, don't hit it there.
100%. All right, what do we got? I think you got that one, Frick.
Got you there.
Yeah,
All right,
you did. Okay, 2-2. Let's see. Should we do next point wins?
Let's go next point wins.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm gonna. Here's the thing. It's my ball, my turf.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a little home field
Okay.
spice here because I
Great.
know this shot sucks, and I've hit this one once or twice.
Okay.
Drop it again. Strokes gain drop there. We're losing shots. Stay. All right, so we'll place it up here.
Where are you trying to put this?
I'm
thing?
trying to put this thing right here. Because I
Okay.
know how hard this shot is to right here.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's pretty good.
Pretty
Okay.
nifty. I'm happy with that one.
Gosh, I feel like he is using the rules to his advantage. We're just gonna
Just
place
place
it.
it.
Yeah, we're not,
Just put one down there.
we're not going through that. Stay.
Anytime for guys at home, anytime you can find super tight lies, I love doing a lot of my chipping work on the super tight ones. This kind of thick grass, you can just slide the club under, but Cordy's got some serious spice there.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Sit. Set.
Well, let's see. I think you got me.
Oh, that's
I think you got
close.
me. Guy comes into my own sandlot and beats me.
I did get you.
He got me.
Nice.
Big dub.
Good
Hey,
stuff, dude.
hell
Appreciate
yeah.
it. Okay, last thing I want to know before we leave. So we learned of like some of the keys of a good game. We
Yes.
talked about adding stakes. We talked about practicing with somebody if you can.
Yes.
The last thing I want to know is kind of like length and how to structure some of this, right? We didn't really say how many holes we're doing. We're just for the video, but like, do we want to play, 20 holes, 9 holes, or we want to be your 5 minutes or 30 minutes? Like, how do you structure like length of something?
Depends on how much time we have, right?
Okay.
We're both adults. We have, lives and jobs and whatnot. We're not 14 in the summers when you're kids.
Yeah.
You see kids, they can play this game all day long. They
Yeah.
will literally play this game all day long. Depends on how much time you have.
Okay.
In terms of optimal practice, we want to move around. We want to give our brain new stimulus every figure 10, 15 minutes-ish, depending. But if you and I are one of those, say we're best friends and we're like, we're going to compete to the death, sick, do it.
Okay.
Play to 18, play to whatever it's going to be to where you are competing. Because at the end of the day, learning to compete, I think, is one of the most underrated skills in golf. Where, especially in match play, for think about the USAM, like you could be down 4 with 4 to play,
Yeah.
and still be in the hunt. One of those kind of things.
Love it, love it. Okay, we learned a lot today. We learned a great game to go play. We learned a lot about practice along the way. And then also, people should go back and watch our episode on the practice plan. You got tons more games. You built a whole thing out for us. It's absolutely awesome. And then golfblueprint.com. What's that
us.
URL?
That's
Is that
us.
it? Okay, golfblueprint.com. Go there, follow you on Instagram, all that good stuff. That was Range Rats. I won the Rat Award. It
The
was
guy wins the
fantastic.
golden rat.
I won the
Amazing.
golden rat. Here it
Amazing.
is.
The golden rat, yeah. Show us
Can
the
we
golden
see
rat.
that? All right, dude. Thanks, Nico.
Awesome, thanks guys.
Why do I always walk off? Where am I going? Like, where am I? Where do I think I'm leaving to?